Hi folks, my name is Michelle J. Yaskell. I'm also known as Joy Michelle, and I'm here to show you how to make a loop edge potholder. In order to make this loop edge potholder, you will need a standard 18 peg metal loom. You'll need a ball of yarn. I have a heavy cotton, but you could use wool or chenille or even regular thread. And I also have a pair of scissors. I have a number 8 or a letter H crochet hook. I also have a wire hook that comes in most potholder kits, but I don't use it. I prefer to use my fingers to do the weaving. And you will need 36 loops, or what I call loopers. I have, since this is a checkerboard pattern, I will be using 18 loopers of salmon and also 18 loopers of lime. And what I will do is you first stretch the loopers onto the peg. And to make a perfect potholder, what I do is I have the uncurled part face down on the loom, and I have the curled part of the looper facing me, or face up. And I place all the coral colored loopers onto the warp, which is the initial placement of the loopers onto the loom. And then what I actually weave is called the weft, and that will be with my my lime-colored potholders. So what I do is lime-colored loopers. What I will do is I will pick up since I'm starting over, I'm going to weave over under. I'm going to pick up the second looper and put this over, put this through, and I'm going to weave over, under, over, pick this up, go over, under, and I go to the end of the line or the end of the row, and I'm going to put this looper onto the opposing peg, and then I start with the second looper, which will be under. I started over, so now I'm going to go on under. Pick the first looper up like that, put it underneath. I'm going to go under, over, and I'm going to try to keep the loopers straight, because there's not much space between each of the pegs. To keep it straight, and like I said, I'm also going to keep the curled part facing me or on top, and the uncurled part will be on the bottom of the loom. This is the right side, and this is the wrong side. I'm going to keep weaving to the end of the line. Let me show you. And then I'm going to, like I said, keep everything straight. Try to keep it as straight as possible. Okay? And then I'm going to continue weaving, to the all 18 loopers. And the last looper is really the hardest, because you're near the end. So let me show you what I do. What I do is, you could continue weaving like this, over, under, over. But it's near the end. Like I said, it's near the end of the peg. There's not much space over here. So you could weave a few like this, or what you could do is you could stretch the looper to the end of to the opposing peg, and then you take each each of the pegs, you take, and each of the loops, every other loop, and you stretch it over the coral color loop. You stretch the lime colored over the coral color, salmon color looper. You stretch it over. You go to every other loop to the end of the line, and then at the very end, you're gonna check the back. You're gonna check for mistakes. Any looper that's twisted, anything that's out of whack. It's not quite any weaving mistakes. And you're also going to check to see whether or not you have some curled. This should be uncurled. Both the weave, the warp, and the weft should be uncurled. The salmon and the lime-colored loopers should be uncurled over here. This should be perfect. It should be perfect like this. This is the right side, and it's uncurled. It's uncurled. But you're going to find that there are going to be some over here that are curled. So what you have to do to make the perfect potholder, you have to take each one, start at the beginning, start at the end, and you're going to take each of the imperfect loops or loopers, and you're going to reweave them, one at a time, one looper at a time. It's usually on one side, but you could also find some loopers on the other side that are imperfect. And you have to, it's from positioning, it's not from your actual weaving skills. And you have to reweave it. You have to reweave each and every one of the loops until it's perfect, like this. And you make sure that it's straight. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take the ball of yarn, and your crochet hook, and you're going to take one of the corners. You take one of the four corners. You're going to take the yarn. You're going to take your crochet hook. You pull the yarn. The end of the yarn. You're going to pull it with the crochet hook between the two loops that are adjacent to one another. I mean, that are right next to one another at the corner. And you're going to make a knot. You're going to make a knot of about, leave about 1.5 to 2 inches hanging. And then you're going to take your crochet hook on one edge. Okay, you're going to go between the looper. You put the crochet in between the loop and the next loop. You see this? Between the two, we're going to wrap. Keep the loops on the pegs. You're going to put it to the side over here, the loop. You're going to wrap the thread around. Pull it underneath. Pull it up. And then you go to the next loop. The next two loops here. Go underneath. You wrap the thread around. Pull it through. And then you're going to pull it, you twist it a little bit, and then you're going to pull it through the crochet loop. And do the same thing. You go underneath, make a full loop. Go through the full looper. The two over here. You're going to wrap the thread around, pull it underneath, pull it up. So you have this. And then you're going to pull it through the crochet loop. And then you continue all the way around. All the way around. You're going counterclockwise. Counterclockwise. Go all the way around until at the very end You're going to make a knot. You're going to make 3 knots at the very end with the hanging thread that you started with. Then you cut it with the scissors, but not too close over here, so you don't want it to unravel. And that's the end of your loop edge potholder. And I want to thank you for viewing my video, and happy weaving. Good luck. Thank you. Bye-bye.